Hi friends, benchmark. Today we are going to see the topic coding decoding in new pattern. Guys, this topic involves how efficiently you are finding the coding methods and using it in a furthermore cases. Before going to see the methods, we have to know some basic preparation for this method and also solving it in a better manner. Guys, first of all, we have to know alphabets ordering numbers such like A for 1, B for 2 till Z for 26, and also in the descending order like Z for 1, Y for 2 till A for 26. And then we have to know the counting the individual words letters and derive a logical coding method by comparing other words. As you can see here, the positivity and success and its coded terms located here. Here the number of letters for positivity is 10 and for the letters of and is 3, and then for success is 7. The same numbers not used as codes. You can see here friends. So what could be the coded value? Guys, after comparing these words, we can derive a conclusion. Even numbers are multiplied by 2 and odd numbers are multiplied by 3. And then the letters here T, E, Z is for words last letters next letter. You can see here friends, like the last digit is S alphabet. Its next alphabet T is coded here. The symbol might be anything to be coded. Guys, this is an example of coding values. Okay guys, let's move on to see the exercises. Here the coded terms are given. We have to find out the coding method. Guys, see here, if the coded terms are in numerical values, then we have to go for either counting the words letters or the first letter or the last letter of the words ordering number in the alphabets. Here, after viewing the comparison 56, 6, 12, 30 and also all the numbers with the letters of the words, guys, we can say it is the counted value of letters in a word and then multiplied with the next numbers. Here you can see D is a 3-letter word and vehicle is a 7-letter word and so on. These numbers are multiplied with the next numbers as 3 into 4 12 and then 7 into 8 56. And then if the last letter of the word is vowel, the next letter is coded like in the E is an vowel. So the next letter of the E is F, that is coded here. If the last letter of the word is consonant, the second letter from that consonant, that is coded. Like in for, R is a consonant. So that the second letter from that R, that is T, is coded here. And the symbol might be anything. Here you could get doubt how the symbols not be in correct order or not coded in a logic manner. Guys, see here, the symbols are in randomly placed, not in the coding terms. So there might be a chance or possibility of a character of coded terms not in the coded logic. Friends, and also while comparing with all words, you can clearly able to find out the coded logic. Guys, we will see the symbols in a logic manner later on this video. In the first question, what is the code for should in the given code language? Guys, from the above coding logic, we can get solution as that of should is the 6-letter word. So that 6 into 7, 42. And also in the last digit, D is a consonant. So the second letter from the D, we can get F. So the answer would be C option, that is at F42. Okay guys, let's move on to the second question. In the second question, what is the code for with vehicle in the given code language? We can see with is a 4-letter word, so that 4 into 5 we can get 20, and then in the last digit H is a consonant, so the second letter from the H is J. And also for vehicle 7 letters are there, so 7 into 8 56, then in the last digit E is a vowel, so the next letter of E is F, so that we can say the answer is E option, that is $J20 and then percentage F56. Next question, what may be the possible word for exclamatory T30, percentage M20, star U72 in the given code language? Friends, we are going to see the counting of words and the words last digit simultaneously. After comparing T30, M20 and U72 with the options, we can firmly tell D option looks their shelters will be the answer. For example, here in T30, when we get 30, the number of letters should be in 5. Then counting 5 into 6, we can get 30. and also how we can get T. If we want T, either two conditions should satisfy or not. The letter T's previous one should be in vowel, or else we should take second previous letter of T. Here the previous letter of T is not vowel, so the second previous letter of T is R, and then both numerical value and the letter satisfy in the word there, that is D option. So likewise we have to compare the other words. We came to know that D will be the answer. The comparison and correlating the terms matters in reasoning. The way you are see the things and terms used in topics not only in coding decoding but also in other topics of reasoning matters a lot. Okay, let's move on to the next question. In the next question, what may be the possible code for which one in the given code language? This question is likewise in the first and second question. Solve in that case, we can get B option, that is star F12 exclamatory J30 as the answer. And then we move on to the next question, that is what is the possible word for and U56 $T12 in the given code language? This question is as that of the third question. Okay, solving likewise, solving in that manner, we can get A option, that is Faucinius will be the answer. For the next set of question is here, what is our first aim is to be identify the logic. In these words and their coding, we can get an idea on this. These are not multiplied by any numbers, odd or even, with the counting of their letters. So what could be the logic? Friends, in the starting I already mentioned there might be a chance of logic with alphabets ordering numbers. Here the ordering numbers not started with AS1, instead AS21, because you can see the coding words not as started in 1, and also comparing the words first letter with the coding words, we can eventually say the coding would be A as 21, B as 22, likewise goes on, and for G for 1 and for H 2. And then for symbols coding, we have to consider the symbols are not given in randomly, so that comparing the words with the symbols, we can say dollar is for 5-letter word, percentage is for 4-letter word, star is for 6-letter word. Guys, and then for alphabets, the second letter of the word is come at the end. Next we can see for the first question, the code for the word table. Guys, here based on the logic, the T's ordering number is 14, and then there is a 5 letters are there, so that the symbol would be dollar, and then second alphabet is A, so that the answer is C option. Guys, for the second question, the code word $6 for the word. Here the number 6 will denote L, and then the dollar symbol resembles the word will have 5 letters, and then the alphabet A will be in the second letter of the word. Looking for these conditions, this will satisfy only in the option A. So A will be the answer. In the next question, find the code word for the word burn. According to our coding logic, the answer would be B option, 22%U. Okay, yes, let's move on to the next question. According to the given code, what is the code for M? We can compare this M with the coding our logic. We can get M is coded as 7. In the next question, by using the given code word, find the code word for better luck next arrive. Friends, from the coding logic, we can clearly say the C option will be the answer. Friends, here you might get confused with the options order. We have to see the correct coded terms only, guys, not in their order in the options. So be aware of these, friends. Okay guys, next we can see the other set of questions. Here in the coded terms, there is no alphabets and the numerical value appeared twice. Guys, here you can see the numbers are not in related with numbers of letters and not multiplied by any numbers. So the coding would be ordering of alphabets. Here in the first digit of coded words, descending ordering like Z for 1, Y for 2, X for 3 until to the A for 26, and then the number that represents last letter in the word plus 1, that is coded in the first digit of coded words, guys. Like you see here in attend, D is coded as 23. In descending ordering, and then adding plus 1 we will get 24. And also in the last digit alphabets in ascending ordering like A for 1, B for 2, C for 3 till Z for 26, and then the number that represents the first letter in the word plus 2, it is in the last digit friends. In attend A is coded as 1, and then adding plus 2 we will get 3 in the last digit. And also the symbols are not in random, so it will be have some coded word terms, like for 3-letter word that is in the and symbol, for 4-letter word percentage, for 5-letter word that is dollar symbol, for 6-letter word star symbol. Guys, this is the coded logic in this context. Friends, initially it looks very hard to find the coded logic, but if you are well understanding of this concept, you can able to solve this type of questions even faster. Okay guys, let's move on to the questioning part. For the first question, the code for the word great. Here in the last digit T is coded value is 7, and adding plus 1 we can get 8, and it should be in the first digit of coded terms. Guys, and then G is coded as 7, and then adding plus 2 we can get 9, that will be in the last digit of coded terms. And then great is a 5-letter word, so that the symbol would be dollar, so that the answer will be B option. Guys, next we move on to the next question. The code word $10.7 for the word. As per the logic, the number 10's coded digit would be placed as last letter of the word, and also the coded digit should be one value less than that of 10, that is 9. Friends, see here, when we find out the word's coded numerical value, we increased one value. Then in the reverse process, we should do decreasing of one value, it should be in the last digit. This is the coding as we can get, and in descending order, the coded term for 9 is R, but in the options there we can see only one ending with R, yet there might be a chance of E, that is none of the options. So we should go for next step. You can see we should decrease 2 value from 7, we can get 5, and the coded letter is E, so surely B will be the answer. Okay guys, next we move on to the next question. According to the given code, what will be the code for the word burst? Guys, here based on our logic, the option C, that is $8.4 will be the answer. Friends, depending on the logic, let's do these questions on your own. According to the given code, what is the code for person? And also for, by using the given code word, find the code word for behave well after school. I hope that you will get the same results as you mentioned here, friends. Okay guys, let's move on to the next set of coded terms. Here we can see the words and the coded terms. We can directly say there won't be any chance of coding values in alphabet ordering. After comparing each word and the coded terms, we can clearly say the numerical values denotes the number of letters plus 2. And also here the symbols are not in random, so that there should be link between words and the symbols. You can see here, friends, the first letter of the word, like in most, M denotes percentage symbol. In safety, S denotes star symbol, and the alphabets denotes the last letter of the words. Here we can take the word high, it has 4 letters, so that the numerical word code should be 4 plus 2, that is 6. And also while comparing with other words, we can get the idea. H denotes hash symbol, and then the last letter of the word in the high would be H. It should be come at the last of the coded terms, so that the coding term for high is 6 hash H. Okay guys, we can see the questions. In the first question, the code for the word person is, at first the number of words is 6, so the numerical code would be 6 plus 2, that is 8. We can get the symbol of the first letter P from project and post. Comparing with the other words, we can clearly say for P, at would be the symbol, and then the last letter of the word N should be placed at the last in the coded terms. So the answer is C option, that is 8 at N. Okay guys, next we move on to the next question. the code 6*E denotes which of the following word? We can say the word which are going to find should contain 4 letters, because in the coded terms we had add 2 values with the number of letters. So in the reverse process we should decrease 2 value, then in the word would be contain 4 letters. Next we should find what would be the code for star. Friends, how to find out the star's code? Here you can see the sentence which contains star coded terms. 3 sentences. We should compare the words in these sentences, and then finally we can get S would be denote star, and the word's last letter should be E. These conditions are satisfied in the option C, sale. So this will be the answer. Okay guys, in the next question, the code word of indent according to the given code is, the total word would be 6 letters. So the code is 8, and then for the letters, I denotes exclamatory symbol. We can get this coded term from the sentences which contain the words starting I, India and interval, and the last digit of the code would be D. So the answer is C option, that is 8 exclamatory D. Friends, from the above methods, solve these questions. I hope that you will get the same answers as you mentioned here, friends. Okay guys, next we move on to the other set of questions. While watching this in a glance, you may think the ordering of alphabets is used in the coded terms. Guys, the coding is counting number of letters and then adding with the number that represents last letter in the word. Like in rows, the total letter is 4, and then the ascending ordering number of last alphabet E is 5. Adding 4 plus 5 we can get, this is the first digit of coded terms guys. And then for symbols coding, depending on the first alphabet of words, symbol is coded. Like in J, that symbol is coded. For M, percentage. For R, hash symbol. And then for B, dollar symbol is coded. Friends, we could easily derive these symbols coding from the comparison of words. And in the last digit of the coded term would be last letter of the word. Like in rows, E will be the last digit of the coded term. Guys, from the above mentioned coded logic, accomplish the following question sets. I optimistically say that you can get these answers as you mentioned here. Guys, initially finding the coding logic will take time consuming. After getting more practice on it, we can able to solve any typical questions. Friends, only points to be considered is, first of all, for coded form of numerical values, we have to think about the counting of letters and the alphabet ordering numbers either in ascending or in descending. For alphabets coding logic, we have to make a link between word and the coded form for alphabet. Guys, make a 5 or 10 minutes of glance to weave the alphabets ordering numbers in a day, friends, till registered in your subconscious memory. And then finding the randomly the symbols located or not, depends on it, considering the logic of symbols, friends. Guys, the most important thing is that practicing more number of coding and decoding questions, you can make this topic so easier. Friends, you can also get our free coding decoding PDF with our ultimate hard puzzle ebook, and also make use of it guys. And also you can get more number of practice sets from our website ivbsk.com. And also the practice leads to success. However you are practicing, it will lead to mark scoring topic in reasoning part within less time. For more updates, subscribe our YouTube channel Benchmark, and also guys follow us on ivbsk.com website.